Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Lawrence behind the camera. I'm here in the city of Torrance. Before I do an audit, I think I'm gonna go to City of Bell, do an audit. But before I do an audit, I want to show you guys something. I always wanted to come to this museum, printing museum. I like old stuff, antiques. Let me see if it's open. It's right here. International Printing Museum. Let's go inside.
From 1450. Now, no Gutenberg presses have actually survived. They're made of wood, so wood does not survive very long. So this is a replica of what we know Gutenberg's press would look like. Presses are not a new thing. We press wine from grapes and olive oil from olives, right? Gutenberg just takes that concept and applies it to printing. This is actually a screw from a 15th century wine press, and it's here to show you what the inside of the actual press looks like. So in here, looks like that, right? It's connected to this handle here, that when I turn it, the screw moves this part down. That is called the platen. The platen pushes down at about 250 pounds of pressure per square inch. That's me standing on your fingers. Sounds fun, right? No? Sounds fun for me. This is your letters. You would have to take, they're called ink balls. They're made of leather. You get ink on them, and then you do something called put the type. Basically, you would beat the ink onto the type. That's how you get ink onto these letters. Now, these are made of leather, cheap leather. Cheap leather hardens. Do you think this hardened leather can spread ink very well? No. So it had to get softened every day. And the way it got softened was, it had to get soaked in cow urine. That's cow, yeah. Guess whose job that would have been? The apprentice. You guys will smell great, don't worry. So, ink is another thing Gutenberg's thinking about, because scribes have ink, the people writing the books, but their ink is water-based. Water-based ink won't stick to this nice metal letters, so Gutenberg has to come up with his own type of printer's ink. Luckily, around the same time he's alive, there's this new type of paint out there called oil paint. So he said, oil, that's a great base. So he takes linseed oil, combines it with soot from the fireplace, that's the stuff on the bricks you scrape off, and it gets him this really nice, thick, black ink. His ink has the consistency of like peanut butter, so you can go like that. Then I have to spread it. This is called a roller or a brayer, and they were not invented until the 1820s. Gutenberg would not have been using a roller like this, obviously, but I'm going to because it makes a much better print. You guys hear that sound? The hissing sound? That's a nice sound, huh? That tells me, I don't even have to look, I know how much ink is on my roller just by hearing that. Because if it's really loud, that is way too much ink. And if I can't hear it, you need more ink. So a printer can tell even just by listening to his ink to know how much he has. So I'm going to take it, I'm going to roll it over the letters here. You're going to see the letters showing up on the roller, that is called ghosting. So again, Gutenberg would have been using those. And then the pressmen are ready to print. So, take a blank piece of paper and place it on what's called the tympan. The tympan. This up here is the frisket. Tympan, frisket. There's guides, they're called gauge pins, and they tell the paper exactly where to go so it matches up with those letters. So someone, before you print, has to figure out where those go. They're both going to fall over this big wood box here. That is called the coffin. This is a fun one. Rounce. Say rounce. Rounce. That's a great word. This is the rounce. It moves it underneath. So now my letters are underneath the platen, ready to get pushed. This right here is called the devil's tail. And the printer has to pull the devil's tail to make his print. I would like to point out at this point of the tour, I would not have been a printer. If I was a printer in Gutenberg today, I would have been a big, heavy dude. Because this takes a lot of muscle to do. You're doing it all day, every day, over and over and over again. Talk about a workout. This is the Printing Press 5000 workout machine. Right? You're going to get some nice muscles from this thing. I do it like once a day, so I haven't really gotten those muscles yet. Yeah. So what they're going to do is they're going to pull that as hard as they can. They might grunt a little just to make sure the boss knows they're working.
So it wasn't just the first press, it was the first gym, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. It was the first
An
gym.
accomplishment
Yeah.
for one
You don't
man.
have to go afterwards.
Exactly. Yeah. Kill two birds.
Yeah.
And there's some printing. So this page is a replica of a page from the Gutenberg Bible. The Gutenberg Bible is the first book written with movable metal type. Printed with movable metal type in Europe by Gutenberg, right? In 5 years, Gutenberg makes 180 Bibles. Of those, 48 still exist. They're all around the world. The closest to you guys, you can go see one at the Huntington Library in Pasadena. They have a beautiful copy. You can go see a real one. If you want to see a fake one, look right over there. Those are replicas, which are not cheap themselves. So the replicas show you what the Gutenberg Bibles look like. They came in 2 volumes. They weighed about 25 pounds each. So a little light reading before bed, right? And this is what one page would look like after Gutenberg printed it. And what do you notice about the page? It's missing something. It's missing a title, yes. What else is it missing? What do you think goes there?
A picture.
What?
The big letter. A big letter.
Yeah, that big letter. You know, in like fairy tale books or old books, they have that large letter and all the frou-frou decorations. That has a name. That is called illuminations.
You did say letter, huh?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Yeah. I got
I'll
you.
give you
Yeah.
half a mic.
I heard you say.
So,
I don't want you to go home and say, ah, that man. Yeah.
illuminations.
Took my credit.
Illuminations are hand done by someone named the Illuminator, not Gutenberg. Gutenberg sells you his pages loose leaf like this. Then you've got to pay someone else, the Illuminator, to make it look like this. So all of you were a little bit right because first of all, there's the title there. So the Illuminator does add the title. There is the letter, and inside the letter is a
Photo.
picture.
Wow.
Give me any credit.
Yeah.
We piece it all together.
Yeah. We all got credit. We're cool.
Very fancy piece.
No, I'm not saying
No, okay.
We're straight.
So this really fancy page is like the start of a new book or something. It's going to be something really nice. This is not as fancy, but it's still got a little bit of a flourish to it.
Yeah.
So in the 5 years Gutenberg is making his Bible, how many does he make?
180s.
180. Very nice. Good student over here. All you are excellent students,
Yes.
by the way. In the 5 years a scribe made a Bible, he made one. So, is this a faster writing machine? You bet. 50 years before Gutenberg, 20,000 books are written in Europe. The 50 years after, 12 million are printed. This is a big increase in a short amount of time. Yes.
Not everybody was allowed to read the Bible back then, huh?
That is a very good point, actually. So you guys see, you're looking at this and you're going, what language is that? This is in Latin,
Latin.
right? So Latin is the language of the learned. So if you knew Latin, that meant you had money or you were a part of the church, but regular people didn't know Latin. So you were only allowed to print the Bible in Latin. That way you keep it out of the hands of the regular people, and you keep it in the hands of the church. And then they can control the way that that gets communicated. So it was actually illegal to print the Bible in anything but Latin until printers came along. Because remember when printers come along, that makes books a little more affordable. People start to read, and those people who can read, they want to read the Bible, but they don't know Latin, right? So they want to read the Bible in the common tongue. And so there was this demand for that, and printers decided to fill that demand. But the early ones who didn't end up very well for them. The Catholic Church burns them at the stake. Eventually they kind of loosened up and realized, maybe we should lay off on them. So actually the printer was called by the Catholic Church the devil. That's why this is called the Devil's Tale.
Wow.
That's right, yeah.
And the apprentice is the printer's devil.
The fencer's devil.
Exactly.
Do you mind if I jump ahead?
Sure.
Also, the following century after Gutenberg, there's this dissident German monk by the name of Martin Luther, who has the audacity to translate the Bible into German. And then they can start printing Bibles in German.
Yeah.
People can buy them on their own, interpret it on their own, and then they say, well, who needs the Pope in Rome to tell me what it says? It didn't cause, but it spread the Reformation.
Alright, you guys, I'm leaving the printing museum in the city of Torrance. I'm going to city of Bell, I believe, and do an audit, a First Amendment audit. Let me know how you guys liked it. Alright, then here we go. Guess what? I'm right here at the Airport Police Department. I was wondering, do they have a public lobby? They have to have it, right? All right, let's go see if they have a public lobby. Uh-oh. So yeah, man, I'm right here at the airport police. I don't think they're gonna say shit, because they've been looking at me for a long time. And two cops back there. They didn't say anything. Hey, remember when a few months ago, or probably a year ago, they were making a big deal on public photography on the airport. Remember that? A lot of people were getting arrested, detained. What do you guys think? Should I go in there? Well, not in there, you know, but over there at the station. All right, let's go inside the station. See what they say. I'm gonna ask them a couple of questions. See if they want to answer. Here we go. So now we're back there. You think they educated already? Somebody must have educated them, huh? Let's go inside. Hey, can I ask you a question? A few months ago, probably a year ago, they were making a big deal on public photography on the airport. Do you kind of recall that? Yeah, a lot of people were getting arrested and detained for videotaping the airports and stuff like that. So I was just wondering if you heard something about that. Nothing? Okay, cool. Alright guys, so man doesn't want to talk. I'm not going to make him, I'm not going to force him to talk. So, okay, let's get out of here. It's right there. What do you guys think? Why is he acting so suspicious? Videotaping you! For fun! You know what's up now? Man, dude got upset, huh? Hey, you think she educated that dude? Cause she didn't say shit. He got educated, huh? Alright, you guys. Let's keep on walking.
So these were made with wood type from our collection, vintage wood type. And it was put together by this like really amazing artist. His name is Kevin Bradley. And it was printed, all of these were printed on this press. That was the first thing we printed on here. Is this beautiful poster wood press. Okay.